Hello and good afternoon, everyone. It is not morning, which I am oh so used to, but Tom and I were out talking to a good group of folks at the Region 6 STEM Center. It's out located right near the airport. And we were talking all about hurricanes. And let me tell you, it looks like a busy season. We were discussing all the specifics of that, what makes a hurricane go, all that kind of stuff. I think it was a pretty fun little event we had this morning. And then I get home and start digging into today's forecast, and I see that things are looking a lot more active as we get into tomorrow night into Monday, and we'll talk about that in a second. But it looks great right now. Wind advisory, so not good for fishing. 17-mile-an-hour winds. Winds are gusting consistently to around or above 30 miles per hour, and we have those temperatures around 82, dew point 67. So radar is getting active to our northwest, and actually some severe thunderstorms already occurring. Had some tornado warnings already up there in western Oklahoma earlier on. Yesterday was a historic day with severe weather. Not from the standpoint, from what I'm hearing, fortunately, I have not seen so far, I haven't seen fatality reports. But the amount, we have 100 unconfirmed reports. This will get kind of winnowed down here in the next few days of tornadoes. And some of those were just incredible long-lived supercells that produce some very large and destructive tornadoes. And it looks like, again, today that's going to be possible. Not here, but I'll show you that highlighted area in just a bit. Already, tornado watch is going from Wichita Falls to Oklahoma City to Wichita, Kansas, and beyond. But that is not in our area. Where we are, things are looking pretty good for now. Current temps, it's warmer than we typically see on these forecasts because I'm usually on at about 9 in the morning. 82 to 85 right now, and today's high should be in the mid to upper 80s, 86, 87, something like that, with partly cloudy skies and decreasing clouds as we head a little later into the day. Here's your temperature track, 87 at 3 p.m. Then it looks like we are going to fall off tonight into the upper 60s to near 70. But the big story is going to become that severe threat. But I do have those wind advisories first. I'm going to show you, first off, your future wind gusts. This map is going to show us the potential for wind gusts that are going to stick with us overnight tonight. Now, I think we could see some wind gusts actually increasing after the sun goes down. A little bit atypical, but we're going to see gusts at 35 miles per hour possible. Maybe someone hops up around 40 miles per hour occasionally. So certainly going to be a breezy night, and that wind advisory goes until 7 o'clock in the morning for everyone except for Catahoula and Concordia Parish, but it's still going to be pretty darn windy there. Elsewhere, wind advisories are in place, and it is... They'd trade us in a second up there in Oklahoma because it looks like a tornado outbreak once again today. Some of those areas that were hit in Nebraska and Iowa yesterday could be hit again today, and it looks like a classic severe setup from southeastern Kansas into north central Texas. Going to be some significant severe weather, much like yesterday, but all that stays west. You see, we're not even in a threat zone for storms here today. I think we could see an isolated shower, something like that, but nothing big in the forecast. Now, what has happened here is the slight risk for tomorrow has expanded to the east. So most of the area now in a slight risk for severe weather, and this stretches from central Iowa all the way down into northeast Texas and Louisiana. And this is mainly going to be from late evening into Monday morning. And we get into Monday morning, I'll show you in just a second, we have a marginal risk that is going to stick around. But here's Futurecast, and this is what the HRRR model is showing. This gives us a pretty good idea of how things are going to line up locally. Not much going on until around midnight tomorrow night. And that's when a big squall line is forecast to be forming or formed and developed and moving southeast from around Ruston to Natchitoches to Anacoco by about midnight. Again, this is, give or take a few hours. The general idea is a severe squall line is forecast. And then right into the wee hours here, about 4 in the morning, should be moving through here. Again, we're going to probably have to adjust time a couple hours either way, but this gives you an idea of what things are looking like. And some really intense cores of activity possible with this. There is going to be an all modes risk for severe weather, though I think isolated damaging wind and perhaps an isolated tornado is going to be our main threat, and I'll be here to cover that for sure. And then by 8 a.m. things move through, and then they move on out of here as we get later into the day. But there will be at least a marginal risk for severe weather on Monday morning into the early afternoon. And then I think things do clear out a bit, though when they clear out, it's not like a front comes through and we're going to totally shut things down. I do think we see some more rainfall for the rest of the week. Not every day, but I'll show you the breakdown here in just a second. Your rainfall through Friday, this has come up some. Still much lighter south of I-10. I'm looking for 2 to 4 inches of rain north of, let's say, a DeRidder to Glenmora to Acme. There we go. Throw Acme out there. That line, if you're north of that, you're probably going to see more than 2 inches of rainfall. Up toward I-20 is where the heaviest rain will fall. Now, let's break down the 7-day forecast here, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking happens here. Windy for today and tomorrow. Rain chance is very low. Now, that rain chance on Sunday, it's 10%, but I may have to jump that up, but it would only be for like after 10 o'clock. For now, we'll keep that low, and we'll keep the rain chance high on Monday at 90%. Then Tuesday, we're going to see that system kind of flatten out, and we're going to keep at least some instability in the area, so we're going to keep some scattered storms in the forecast, and then things look really more isolated Wednesday and Thursday with a better chance for rain coming on Friday. But yes, after midnight on Sunday is our best chance to see severe weather out of this system from about midnight until maybe 10 in the morning. And I'll hopefully shrink that time frame down here over the next little bit because, again, home alone, so all I'm doing is looking at weather. I'm going to be watching Storm Chaser feeds and our forecast for today. Now, mid-May, getting toward mid-May there, May 5th to May 11th, it looks like we'll be above normal on temperatures. This takes us out to that day 8 to 14 range, and we'll see precipitation return to above normal levels. So I don't foresee after this any major storm system that's going to bring, several inches of rainfall. But this one that's coming through here tomorrow night into Monday could bring us 2, 3, maybe 4 inches, especially as you head a little bit further north. Now, I'm not sure if Tom's live today, later today or not. I was hanging out with him all morning. I should have asked. That's a cat telling me it's time to go eat lunch, I guess. And that's all I have for today. Yes, another nighttime storm. That storm is going to be here. It looks like from midnight until around 10 a.m. Again, I'm going to do a text update later if that's more your thing, and I will hopefully hone in on that time frame a little bit better. But there is that severe threat Sunday night into Monday. And then, we'll talk about all that later on today. But I will be back tomorrow, either morning or afternoon. I'm not sure exactly when I'll be doing that live stream, but it just kind of all depends on how things shake out. And I'll be updating everything as new information becomes available. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow.